Hey guys, Joey here for Digital DJ Tips, and right now we're going to take a look at the Pioneer DDJ SR controller.
As you can see, it seems like a smaller version of the DDJ SX. Instead of having 4 channel faders here, you only have 2 since it's a 2-channel controller, and your sample volume is a knob as opposed to a fader. I like that one better. I think it's more economical in terms of space and it doesn't really crowd out your layout. On either side of the DDJ SR, you'll find 2 large jog wheels. These are your decks. On top of them, you'll find the effects section. In the middle, you'll find your browser knob. And here below that, you'll find your EQ and fader and crossfader section. These are 2 large jog wheels. They're the same size as the ones found on a DDJ SX, with the difference being that they don't have that center LED ring that shows you your track position. Here you'll find your standard Pioneer transport controls, cue, play, and even your sync button. It's there if you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, reassign it or just forget it altogether. That's fine. Over here you'll find your performance pads, just like in the DDJ SX, along with your hot cue, roll, slicer, and sampler mode buttons. If you don't know what these do, just check out the review of Serato DJ that we have on the site, or check out the full review that we have written for DDJ SR. Anyway, you'll have them right here. Everything's there as expected. New to the DDJ SR is Pad Plus mode, which, when enabled, gives you an extra shift layer of effects for these buttons. For example, you can engage your hot cue roll here. You can engage a transformer, and some combo effects for your slicer, and a sampler roll for your sampler. Here on the lower right, you'll find your looping section with controls for auto loop and manual loop. Let's take a look at the effects section here on top. You have 4 knobs which control 1 effect each in Serato DJ. This hasn't changed since the DDJ SX. Under them, you'll see a on and off button and a tap tempo button here if you want to modulate your effects or change the length of your beats depending on the effect that you want. You can assign either effect bank to channel 1 or channel 2 by pressing the buttons here. And if you want to assign them to 3 or 4, all you have to do is press the shift button and press the corresponding button that you want. Okay, let's head on over to the library section where you can use this to browse your library, take a look at your crates, and browse through them. Very nice. You can even load them using these buttons here and make instant doubles if you want to. Below that, you'll find the effects section of the Pioneer DDJ SR. You'll find your dedicated filter knobs over here, your low, mid, and high EQ sections with center detents, very nice, and of course you have your trim knobs here. This is a nice addition to this controller because not all controllers have trim knobs in this price range. This is really good if you're going to be using Serato DJ exclusively, because the auto gain feature of Serato DJ isn't always 100% accurate. So it's always good to have some manual knobs to let you adjust the gain as needed. Below that, you have your cue buttons for headphone cue, your volume faders, and your crossfader. Your crossfader here is non-user replaceable. I say it's non-user replaceable because there aren't any screws like those found on the DDJ SX, but Innofader recently released a mini Innofader P, which I know is compatible with the DDJ SX and the DDJ SR, although you'll probably have to send this to a qualified technician for installation. Above that, you'll find your metering section. Here, you'll find your master meter. If you move it to the right, you'll see just how loud you're pushing the volume. Very good for knowing if you're overloading or whatever. And then if you want to check the individual gain on either channel, just move it on the left side, and there. You'll be able to see if you're overloading your outputs or not. Very handy in a live situation, especially if it's really, really dark and you have no choice but to look at your LED feedback. Okay. Now what I like about the DDJ SR is that it's a truly portable DJ controller. It's only powered by the USB cable here. You don't need to connect it to any mains outlets or anything. So, you could take this out to a party, or you could take this out to the beach or whatever, wherever else you want to play at. And you don't have to look for a power outlet. All you have to do is plug it into your laptop and you're good to go. Overall, I really like the DDJ SR. I'm even planning on getting one for myself.
The Pioneer DDJ SR retails for $600. If you're looking for a portable 2-channel controller, I suggest you get it. Thanks again for watching this video. Head on over to digitaldjtips.com for a full review.